Insomnia art with Naval Cosmos. Subject for today is Gambit from the X-Men. Charming Master Thief turned X-Man. Very popular amongst the fan base. Can charge inanimate objects with kinetic energy and cause them to explode. Impossible to handle. Usually uses playing cards as his weapons and his bow staff, which he can charge also. Turn into a super cool powered staff. This one was actually a request from one of my friends on my Facebook page to do Gambit. I'm trying to think of a good Marvel character to do this time around. Was suggested Gambit. Wanted to take the challenge. I want to set the prerequisite to say I have never, ever drawn a good Gambit in my life. It's one of those characters that I just have the hardest time wrapping my brain around. Is it his jacket that is extremely detailed? Is it his suave debonair? Is it his staff? I don't know. I want to give this one a try to test myself, see if I can produce a decent image of the Raging Cajun. As you can see right now, I'm laying in a bit of detail work, working on that jacket, which drove me to insanity. I was inside the Mouth of Madness. I saw the fold of the coat, realized that's what I need to do. So now I'm working on his hand, another piece of this fun puzzle that I was trying to wrap my brain around, doing a bit of foreshadowing, which is fun to do. I want to make things look like they're closer than they actually are. Through sheer grit and moxie, I was able to do this. Laying in some detail for Gambit, working on his belt, trying to get his legs right. This angle had me a little bit changing things about a lot, and that's part of the art process. Really, is trying to figure out how you want things to look, especially when you're doing a pose or a stance or something like that. You want to play around with it as much as possible. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not get things right the first go and just keep hitting your head against it until you like it. So now I'm doing his foreshadowed cards. I'm laying in some inks on his metallic boot leggings. I need a pair of those actually. As you can see, I did the symbol on his knees wrong the first time around. The little details, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta make sure you get those right. Laying in the shadows for his pantaloons. As you can see, I can change my idea on his knee. I wanted to kind of flip that. Doing some shadow work, laying in some inks for his chest and stomach. Gambit, you gotta love the details in this guy. He's been around for quite some time. Very popular. He's one of my favorite X-Men. He's just the coolest. Shout out to those who remember the 90s cartoon where he really became big and captured the minds of young 90s children who he told the name of Gambit and to remember it as he hit his head against the brick wall, which was Apocalypse. It didn't really turn out that well for him, or the X-Men for that matter. Can't wait for that movie to come out. I hope they do Apocalypse justice. And he says the line, "I am the rocks of the eternal shore, crash against me and be defeated." If he says that at least once in the movie, I will buy it with all the money I have. Working on his jacket right now, or at least trying to wrap my brain around how I wanted that to look. Kind of playing with it, moving things around. Now I'm working on his coat, which drove me a little insane, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. Happy with the way that turned out, so now I'm working on the details of his face. Coolest thing about Gambit, hands down, are his eyes. I love drawing his eyes, those blacked out pupils, I think. Is that what they're called? It's just the coolest look. I can't think of any other Marvel hero or villain that kind of does it that way. Very unique look for the character. I'm doing his hair, making sure it looks pretty. Looks pretty good. Laying down my shading now. Working to his jacket first. I want to get that out the way because it's actually the most visually striking thing in the picture. So I want to get that out the way. Laying in his pink shirt. Gambit rocks pink. He's man enough to wear pink. It's the best. I love it. Power color. Wear more pink, ladies and gentlemen. Just do it. It's the best. Getting his hair color in. Now I'm starting to lay some shadow work. The pink actually threw me off a little bit. I wasn't sure how I wanted to approach it, but I ended up finding a happy little medium. My brushes weren't acting with me, acting well with me today. So I had to, or this morning rather. So I had to get that right. Laying in the shadow on his jacket, which I don't think I did an amazing job on. I'm still learning coloring, getting my colors right. It's not that great, but it's a learning process. I'm working on his face, doing some other shadow work on his metal boot feet. I'm happy that turned out. Now this is the part where I kind of was like being experimental. I was like, how am I going to do these cards? This is the hardest part of the picture. You're going to see me agonizing over these over and over, trying to get them right. And that's the funnest part of doing art pieces like this, is because you kind of learn as you go and throw everything against the wall. And here you can see me messing around with the backgrounds. I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do with them, but I found something that I kind of liked. Still messing around with the cards, trying to get those right, using different brushes, and I finally found something I liked, kind of like a glowing effect. And that's about it. One and done. Gambit looking good. See you guys later. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time on Insomnia Art. I need to get some sleep.